Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at multiplication and division problems. This is Readiness Practice 4.4H Advanced version. If you're interested in exploring the intermediate and proficient versions of 4.4H, or looking for Readiness Practice resources aligned with any other standard, you can find those by using the link in the video description. So we've got a multiplication and division problem here. We have a teacher 28 students each in 3 different class periods. So before we move on, let's just draw a representation of that. So I'm just going to draw a little bit of a strip diagram, 3 different boxes here. I'm just going to put 28 in each. Maybe I need to multiply that, maybe I don't. Let's see. Within each class, she wants to divide the students into 4 equal groups. Okay, so I can draw another group bar over here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of mimic those 3, but then I'm going to take each of these classes and I'm going to break it up into 4 equal groups. So I'm going to cut each class in half and then cut each class in half, cut each half in half. So before I move on, let's kind of keep track of what I've done. We have 3 sets of 28, okay? And then what I want to do is I'm going to take each of those 28s and I'm going to divide those into 4 equal groups. And really, I can just think of that as 28 divided by 7. All right. And so what I have here is all these groups of 7. Then each group will receive 3 packs of construction paper. So what I need to do here is I need to figure out how many 7s do I have. I've got 4, 8, 12. Okay. And then I'm just going to say each of these get 3, like this. So how many packs of construction paper? Well, I've got 12 sets of 3, and so that's just going to be 12 times 3, that's 36. So we can say the teacher will need 36 packs of construction paper, because in each class there's 4 groups, and each group is going to need 3 packs. All right, so that seems like it's a pretty simple problem. There are some numbers there that we don't necessarily need to multiply, so we never really did need to multiply 3 sets of 28. All we needed was the 28 to divide into 4 equal groups, and we just needed 3 groups of that, but we never had to actually multiply the 3 times 28. For our next problem, we have a school ordering chairs. Each classroom, once again, has 28 students, and there are 12 classrooms. Okay, and so let's set this up here. I'm going to make a really long bar here, and I'm going to make 12 classrooms. Okay, so that's going to be 4 classrooms. Then what I want to do is I want to cut each of these fourths into 3 equal pieces. All right, and then inside each of these is going to have 28. So that is a lot of chairs that are needed. Chairs come in boxes of 5. Okay, so we are going to need to do a 12 times 28. So let's figure out how much we have right here. 12 times 28, that's a 2 by 2. So that's going to be 16. It's 8, that's 9. And then that's just going to be 24. All right, so that's 336. All right, so I've got 336 kids, and they come in boxes of 5. How many boxes should the school order? So that's a good question. So here's how I would represent that. I'm just going to put a 5 in a box with a question mark and move over, and it's going to say, how many fives do I need to get my 336? So that is going to be a division now. So really what we're going to do is we're going to do 12 times 28, and then we're going to divide that by 5. So let's do our 336 divided by 5. So 5 does not go into 3, 5 goes into 33 6 times. And then that's going to be a 6. All right, so we've got a 7. 5 goes into 36 7 times, that's 35. Now here's the thing. I've got 1 left over, 67, remainder 1. The chairs come in boxes of 5. 67 boxes of chairs will get you enough for 335 kids. Unless there's one kid we don't like and we want to have to stand all day, we're going to have to get another box. Even though it's going to give us 4 extra chairs, we're going to need to get 68 boxes. And because we need to be able to pick up that one extra kid that does not have a chair. So we'll say the school needs to order, and we'll say 68, not 67, because you can't order 67 remainder of 1, and they come in boxes of 5. You can't order a partial box. 68 boxes of chairs. All right. So we have a few extra chairs in case one of them breaks. Our final problem here, Xavier is making flyers. 4 different versions of the flyer, total of 360. All right, so we have our total here. And then 4 different versions, the same number of each type of flyer. So we've got 4 equal groups. So I'll make this second bar same distance. I'm just going to break into 4 equal groups. So really what I'm looking at is 360 divided by 4. So think of 36 divided by 4. Well, 36 divided by 4 is 9. So 360 divided by 4 is just going to be to a power of 10. It's just going to be 90 all the way across. All right. Now for distribution, he had boxes that could hold 12 copies of each version. So he packed the same number of flyer design into each box. How many complete boxes could he fill? All right, so he can put 12 of each version. So I'm going to represent this like this. I'm going to put a box right here, 12. Instead of going all the way across, I'm just going to do that per version. And then I'm going to know that that's going to move. That's going to go all the way across. All right, so let's take my 90 and let's divide that by 12. See, 12 times 8 is 96, so I'm going to have to do 12 times 7. That's 84. That gives me 6 left over. So I've got 6 left over, 7 remainder 6. Now, look at the question here. If he packed equal number of flyer designs in each box, so I can get 7 complete boxes filled. It's not worried about these partial leftovers. We want complete boxes, so it is going to be that 7. So in this case, I'm not too worried about the remainder. Those are just going to be extra flyers. So he could fill, and I'll go ahead and put 7. Instead of 7 boxes, I'll say 7 complete boxes, just to note that we are aware that there are some leftover flyers. If you are interested in exploring the Readiness Practice Resources 4.4H for the intermediate or proficient versions, or the Readiness Practice Resources lined with any other standard, you can find those by using the link in the video description.